They reverse the call, but they have 44 seconds on the clock. Seattle does not have any timeouts, but Sean McVay is going to ask for clarification on what they're going to do with the game clock here. 44 seconds isn't right to begin with. They still have to run time off the clock, 10 seconds. But you're right. That's what McVay's talking about right now is the Rams should not even have to snap the ball. The clock should run out. The half should be over. Let's check in with Mike Pereira in Los Angeles.
Yeah, the discussion really here has to do, I'm sure, with the 10-second runoff, because since they reversed it to a running clock, then you go back and set it to where it was when actually the runner was down, and then run 10 seconds off the clock. Now, the Rams could use a timeout to save the 10 seconds, and I'm sure that's what they're talking to McVay about.
Inside of 2 minutes, Seattle player was injured. As a result, we must charge Seattle an excess timeout, because the result of the play was changed to down by contact on the field. We will set the play clock to 40, and we will wind down by ready.
Since it's the same thing, since it was an injury, they used their timeout to use the game charge for the injury, and therefore there is no 10-second runoff. Had there not been an injury, then they would have
Okay. Head is spinning. I mean, now with the way it's set up now, they have to snap the ball, and this just doesn't make sense. He's down by
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
You all say without no slippers on.
The Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wild card game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
You put your slippers on if you're going to be out there?
They'll start by running the option to the right. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
One play has him up past the 40. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. From 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. They go play action with Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Kennedy. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 32 that time. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On the option, here's Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to
Marquise Brown, 52 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Texans nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
It was certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
The tackle by Denzel Perryman. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd.
From the gun, here's Watson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A.J. Brown, 68 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Elliott. Pickup of 8.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. They saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And that one going backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed, getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the option, here's Watson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. That's taken in by Duvernay. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Texans 14, Ravens 7. Brett Maher is set to kick.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
38-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Zeke going to get it on the option. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
Play action. It's Jackson. Buying time to his left. That's caught by the full receiver, Mark Andrews. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Balaj. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Hey, let's get this. 48 for Mike.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 41, Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st. Here's Lindsey. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
22-yard line.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
First down, Baltimore.
Jackson going to look to do it himself. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Play action. Now Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Kennedy. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And it's third down.
From the gun on third down, Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Steps away. And he'll find Lashley there. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 yards on the play. First down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Jackson from the shotgun. Step, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Recovered by the defense.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Watson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was looking for Albert Okuebunam was the target there, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Balaj. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Now this will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial.
2nd and 6.
From the 36, Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Now it's Lindsey. And they're 2nd and 8.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving.
From the 16, Watson first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down.
Under 10. Check it back. Check it back.
For a Texans touchdown. Almost looked too easy, and I think
on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line. Quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They go play action now. Jackson. forced out to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Ravens.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that one taken in by Lashley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Baltimore.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Draw play. Elliott. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, 29 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Watson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. 10th carry now for Elliott. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Jackson on third and long. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Kennedy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Baltimore.
To throw again is Jackson. Looking deep for Elliott. Got a man that's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Action. Showtime, baby.
And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Yeah, let's go.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Throwing again is Watson. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw is Watson. To throw on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Anthony Avery picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Justin Tucker.
So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now, he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it's 2nd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And his throw is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Marr is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still got to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the night as the Ravens push further out in front. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Ravens 49, Texans 27. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Justin Tucker lining up for the...
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Now, this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Open man is Duvernay. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second and a yard.
To throw again on second down. Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Baltimore. Justin.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
For Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, Winston again. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Over the middle here to Brown. Now Brown, oh, he lost the football. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 22 more yards. A fumble on the play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
3 brings up second and...
They'll throw again. Winston. He's going to let it fly. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Preston Williams, 33 yards. And the Texans are able to make things a bit more respectable.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. That's pulled in at the 32.
Tonight's final
And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get to their off-season program, and they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think